What's up, guys? This is Little Hawk,
Big Dan Bongo Man,
and this is our second review that we are doing for our new channel, Two Guys in Hookah. So, in spite of recent weeks, we've pretty much been staying inside because of this heavy amount of fucking snow that we've got. We pretty much got
heavy
like,
for
Virginia Beach,
but
I should say, because we got the worst of it. And I don't know if you guys heard about this, but we got over 8 inches of snow in our area.
which is
never happened in my.
Yeah.
I don't think ever in the history of me ever living here, ever.
it's
And I
bullshit
remember
for this area.
I woke up this morning at like 2 a.m. and my thermometer said 1 degree, which is record breaking, like literally for the Hampton Roads area.
So
it has never been sub-zero.
Yeah.
It's not since like the 30s. So this is definitely a
Cold ass time.
Yeah, it's a cold ass time. So give us some time to think about what album we should do for this week. And this week we decided to do another awesome fucking album. I think that came around the same time as last one we did.
Yeah.
Came back in 2005. This is System of a Down's Mezmerize album.
Yeah.
Now this is actually a double album release because 6 months later after the release of this album, they released the second part, which is Hypnotize. We're probably going to go into that one later, but for this video, we're just going to stay strictly on Mezmerize.
The cool thing about it is the cases actually fit together with the 2 CDs. It was really cool.
Yeah, the artwork on it's really cool. They have like the face of like the whole clockwork thing going, you know. Even the CD itself it's a fucking clock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not like the overdone, like, just plain clock.
Yeah.
You know, it's got like pendulum, like grandfather clock kind of swinging from this tribal looking
it's got the
head
kind of
thing, dude.
I don't know, it's kind of modern artsy looking almost.
Yeah, and I know, like I seen the artwork when I opened it up actually just now. I saw in the back, I totally forgot this picture. I had like a total fucking flashback when I looked at it. The back kind of has like, you ever seen that picture with like the melting clocks, like the inverted?
Salvador Dali's Persistence of Memory. Yeah.
He's got that whole shit by name.
I did a paper on that, so.
Yeah. So it kind of looks like that, but with the Mezmerize face on it over top of it. So it looks really, really fucking cool. I would actually really like to get like especially off the Hypnotize album where it has the blue face. I want to get that in, like a mask.
That would be
fucking sweet to like wear to Hollywood. Like, what are you? System of a Down album.
Yeah. But nonetheless.
Anyways, so we're gonna go straight into it. This album, released by the great System of a Down, one of my favorite bands of all time. In fact,
they
probably the band that got me into heavy music as a kid. You know, my dad first picked up
Disturbed for me, really. Like, came out around the same time. So.
Yeah, my dad first picked up their first album back in like 99, 98 or whatever that came out. I heard that song Sugar and I was like fucking hooked. I was like, heavy music. Holy shit, this is fucking
just cold.
This is insane. So yeah, this album was released May 17th, 2005, which is a very interesting time for America. That's probably why they dove into some
it was very political.
It's kind of political themes in here. And there's also some random bullshit that Soda is well known for. Of course, their extreme sense of humor. But I also felt like this album, they must have been doing a lot of fucking cocaine or something for this album.
Very fast paced.
Very, very, very fast paced. They're a lot more intricate with their their instruments now. You know, like I was saying earlier on the Hypnotize album, they actually do like their one and only fucking guitar solo, which is actually on their poppiest song ever, Lonely Day. But we'll get into more of that later.
Nonetheless, hop right into this.
Yeah. So the first track was the intro called Soldier Side.
Interesting thing is, like, Soldier Side, the intro here, is also how it intros with Mezmerize.
No, it's the outro. It's a whole song at the end of it.
Yeah.
And actually, the end of that song on Hypnotize is actually this, like the intro, like not the exact guitar, but it's the it's the melody, the verse kind of thing. You know, like it's got that in it. So I really liked how they like opened and closed it with Soldier Side. That is definitely a really cool way to wrap up the whole concept into one big thing, you know. And it's definitely a good introduction to a possible, like, theme that they might have been going for this. You know, Serj Tankian's always been pretty political with his stuff, even though Malakian actually wrote this song. But, they're both a little political. You know, Armenian genocide. It's very hard for me to say. Soldier Side, automatically, you think military.
Fucking heavy
Politics.
military shit. But
Yeah.
BYOB is another kind of political song, but I always thought
Yeah.
more of it as like a political party song, and not in the Democrat-Republican sense, as in politics and partying. Because BYOB, bring your own beer, this is bring your own bombs. So
yeah, so that's the second track off of Mezmerize, and it was probably still to this day their biggest single next to Chop Suey.
yeah, and there was another one where they had System has this tendency to like kind of start something up, and then like shock you with something.
Like right when he comes in with a you. It always like fucking catches you by surprise. It's kind of on the offbeat.
Yeah, it's right after that solo. It's like you.
Yeah.
Straight up into it.
It comes. That's like the fucking perfect way to like.
It's like a
kick
punch
off the fucking
almost,
album.
Yeah.
It's like boom, we're fucking here. Bring your own fucking bombs, because here comes the fucking party. You know what I'm saying? They're here to fucking rage, because this song, I'm pretty sure this song won like some fucking awards, like a fucking Grammy or something like that. Like.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, no, it won a Grammy. I think in '06. BYOB did.
Revenge, it's kind of. I feel like it's kind of like a bad breakup song almost. Like going through some shit, really angry.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I know. Just to stay on BYOB just for a second.
Yeah.
Is what I was saying earlier. This is also, I think, their only song to be featured on that. Remember that video game Guitar Hero when that was out? This was actually, I think, their last successful Guitar Hero establishment was Guitar Hero World Tour when they first brought out the whole instrument. They're trying to compete with Rock Band, and I think they did better than Rock Band. Sorry if you guys like Rock Band, but fuck you. They had an actual fucking drum set with 2 fucking cymbals and fucking 2 toms and a snare. That's an actual drum set, not 4 pads. Hit this.
Yeah.
No, that's an actual fucking drum set. I know because I fucking broke that shit. So, but what I noticed on that one was I used to like, you know, do vocals with it, and you know, it would make you stick with, you know, Serge's part because he's the lead vocalist. So like I would get to like the second verse and I'm like, wait, I have to sing down, not up, because I'm like used to like you hear it with your ear the most, like the high part, but what you actually have to pay attention to is what the lead singer's actually doing. So I liked how that just the game had done that when they approached that song. But anyways, we'll go to the next song, which was Revenja. This actually, when I first heard this record, I kind of skipped this song, is because I was like, meh. Whatever, I don't know, like my dad got me the CD for my birthday when I was like 13, along with Demon Days as well, and Hysteria that I've kept for about almost 10 years now. And yeah, I know we were playing this song in the car and he immediately liked it. It didn't grasp me right away. I was just like,
I was like the Oh My Sweet Revenge.
It's catchy though.
Yeah, it definitely
it's a very catchy song
hook
though.
to it.
Yeah, but I can see what you mean by like the whole bad breakup thing.
Yeah.
But for me, it doesn't really like fit.
Yeah,
with
quite
the
to
whole,
it,
like,
but
you know,
Cigarette is a fun song.
Cigaro is an awesome fucking song.
I always hated when I
love that song.
would get it stuck in my head and I'd start singing it because it's like my cock is much bigger than yours. You say that and A, you might start a fight.
My
B,
shit,
just
my
kinda
shit
like a
sticks to
jackass.
the floor, you know.
Yeah.
That song's just straight up
It's silly.
humor.
Yeah.
It's silly. And that is what I love about Sode, is they can do that. They can literally just, they've always been at the point where they can do whatever they fuck they want.
They got the serious political shit, but they always have that lighthearted, goofy shit like
they can do whatever they want because they get away with it. They're so fucking good at what they do that, and this is why I don't get why fucking people hate on this band so much. Like, especially people in the metalhead community. I'm sorry, but what the fuck? Why can't you like this band? This band is fucking awesome. Like, I will fight for this band to the end of my days. This is, in my opinion, one of the greatest bands in my favor of all time.
Oh, yeah, they kick ass. But
Yeah.
see your radio video.
This is probably my second favorite song.
It's another
on the
kind of
album.
lighthearted, goofy song.
Yeah, but it also it's got like such a sweet melody to
Yeah.
it, you know. And they do like some really really cool vocal harmonic stuff on it, you know, with Lacking in the back and Jenkins kind of like doing the verse, but they both stand out, and you don't really know like what they're kind of paying attention to.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what's the lead going on here. They both mesh it perfectly, and I guess that's what the whole radio/video thing.
Yeah.
You know, you pay attention to both.
And I mean, both these songs kind of fit together with like how like heavy, quick, and silly they are. Honestly, like I love them for that reason.
They're all over the place. I think I might have to do with the cocaine.
Yeah, and
probably.
I mean, next song kind of fits that. Cocaine
Definitely goes with the next song. This cocaine makes me feel like I'm on this song.
Yeah, and this song, I've never done coke, but this is kind of how I'd imagine coke to be. Very fast-paced, kind of paranoid sounding sort of thing.
Yeah, it makes sense. You know, something wrong with you, there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with you. Sounds like someone that's on cocaine just saying that shit right there. I like the beatbox though.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's very like, it's very pushed back, but you can hear it. And that's one thing I've always liked about System of a Down is their crossover with so many different styles. You know, the metal and the punk and the hard rock and the, you know, their whole like Eastern, or not Eastern, but like the Armenian thing, you know, the Middle Eastern thing, and like the hip hop influence. Hip hop influence is definitely in fucking System of a Down.
They're almost like the metal, like with the Gorillaz, how they did the same sort of thing.
Yeah, and also they came out at a time, new metal, rap rock was a huge fucking thing, and not they're really trying to do that. That was just what was around at the time, and that was what they were able to get inspiration from, and grab that, and that's what they fucking did. In fact, their bassist, Shivo something, I'm trying to remember his fucking name, Shivo Odagian or something like that. I really don't know how to say it. I think I butchered that right. He actually, he started a record label with the RZA from fucking Wu-Tang, so I had to do that. So there's definitely hip hop influence with this band. In fact, Serge, he's not a musician, he's a composer. He makes all sorts of music. He made his own musical. He's made his own solo record that crosses, you know, hard rock, classical, jazz. You name it, dude. These guys are just universal musicians. Yeah. And with this album, and Hypnotize definitely showed that their musicianship has increased tenfold since their beginning in, you know, the fucking 90s.
They grew as musicians at this point.
And even now, when you fucking like look at their live stuff, I actually watched, I think, the Rock in Rio thing from like last year or like 2011. Holy fucking shit. If you like this band, go fucking watch that shit, because that is some shit to watch. And that is why I need to see this band before I die.
Well, I haven't seen them either. I'd love to see them. I travel to go see them. I don't do that.
Yeah, I would. This is one of those few bands I would go travel to see, because they put on a fucking show.
Yeah. No.
And they don't let up at all. You know, and you would think that like, you know, like the whole like fucking squeal thing that, you know, fucking Serge Tankian does, he wouldn't be good at it. You know, still after this, no.
It's also one of the few like pretty mainstream bands that does that shit.
Yeah, I don't think any other band has seen as much success that does that whole like thing. That much success. No one else has gotten away with that except for them, in my opinion. That's gotten that much success from it.
So violent pornography. I mean, this one's kind of like a.
It's self-explanatory.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
This is another goofy
our
song.
Shit's gotten so fucked up where you got violent shit in our porn. I mean, what the hell?
And I like what you were saying about this earlier. I found out this was actually a single released in Japan, which is funny because in Japan, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Japanese porn, genitals are censored.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, the song Violent Pornography was released as a single in Japan.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
It's kind of ironic.
A little fun fact for this song, an old YouTube channel of mine that I used to be a part of called, it would be Slipknot backwards. It would be Tongue Pill's Air Band. It's one word. We used to do our own music videos of some random songs, and Violent Pornography was one of them. And in fact, this one had the most views. I think mostly because of the name of it. Yeah. You know, we had over a couple thousand views, just strictly, I think, just because of the name. But I was like 14, 15 at the time, so whatever.
Our next one, Question. Actually, probably my favorite song off the album, honestly. It's very, it's got that kind of mythic quality to it.
It's definitely got like that eerie, ghostly feeling. You know, he talks about, you know, the whole ghost thing. Shut up, cat. He's got the whole, you know, ghost eerie feeling and the whole like, you know, thing. And this is also the only track that they do with acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
And I definitely enjoy the fucking shit out of this song. And this is another thing where you were saying earlier, they definitely catch you by surprise at the end when you think the song's over.
It goes down and they go da 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 da. Just again.
And stop.
Yeah.
And then it goes and do Sad Statue right after that. This one, I think, would actually fit pretty well on Hypnotize too, because you recognize, like, if you're a musician, you'll definitely recognize the hammer-on pull-off stuff they're doing right in the beginning, like they did that a lot in Hypnotize, I noticed, and lots of speed in this album, like I was saying. Sad Statue and the track after this is like the last, you know, fast-paced stuff they do in this record. But Sad Statue is probably, you know, it's definitely one of those political songs.
Oh, yeah.
I think, to me, it shows that...
It was like the state of affairs at that time, honestly.
Yeah, it was
like,
05. That's when fucking, like, Katrina happened and stuff. Well, this is actually pre-Katrina.
Yeah, but it was...
pre-hurricane season. But, you know,
it
it's
kind of fit with that whole
yeah,
vibe.
you know, it's talking about a sad Statue of Liberty. You know, imagine, put yourself in the persona of the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty would probably be pretty sad right now if it was looking down at the country and it was like...
I mean, and the next two songs kind of fit with it too, with like the what the fuck's going on, old school Hollywood, Lost in Hollywood, both kind of like what the fuck's up with Hollywood, all the bullshit.
Yeah, and these guys, I think they live in Hollywood primarily. I think at the time they did, or something like that. They definitely have a connection with Hollywood. I mean, look at the Toxicity album is the Hollywood sign. It says Toxicity on it. They definitely have some connection with Hollywood, of course, because yeah, I know he's freaking out. Well, Rick Rubin produced this, and he's out in Hollywood. Oh, yeah. So, but you can definitely see their personal relationship with that. But also, on these two tracks, it goes to show that, you know, Hollywood is
kind of a joke, somewhat.
Kind of, but it's like, what it's telling you is, it's telling you that, yes, come to Hollywood. You know, you've made it to Hollywood. You're fucking awesome, man. We praise the shit out of you, but they're gonna nitpick you. And they're gonna find everything that's fucking wrong with you. Make you fucking look bad.
TMZ was assholes.
Yeah, and this is why Justin Bieber's famous.
I'm now in huge ass trouble, but whatever. Anyway, on the whole, good ass album, and definitely fits well together with its sister album. Is it Mezmerize?
Yeah.
Or is this
no,
Mezmerize?
This is Mezmerize. The next one's
I get the two confused for that reason.
And one last note I wanted to say about the Hollywood tracks. Did not like the old school Hollywood, definitely not at first, because like you said, I'm not a huge fan of baseball at all. I don't care if I get any crap for that. It's fun to play.
It's boring.
Boring as fuck to watch on fucking TV. I don't understand how, like, my fucking stepdad was able to fucking sit there for fucking hours watching fucking baseball, like, seriously. And he doesn't drink either, so he just sat there.
Anyway, so on the whole, definitely kick-ass album.
Baseball, man.
Yeah. Kick-ass album. Fucking check it out if you haven't already. I don't know why you wouldn't have, but
you need to, honestly. Like, we wouldn't be doing this album if we don't think that if you're a music fan, and not just a fan. There's a meaning behind music fan. You have to be a fanatic of music to enjoy the shit that we're putting out, obviously. But you know, being a true music fan, you gotta be able to analyze the stuff in a non-biased format. I am a little biased towards this one down a little bit, but there's not a lot of weak tracks I've really heard from them. You know, like I said, like, you know, the Hollywood songs, they grew on me because one, they're catchy as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't like them when I first, like in high school when I was listening to them hardcore, I did not like these songs.
Yeah.
And now they kind of grown on me.
Yeah, but back when I first got this, I was fucking like 13, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was not diving that hard into music to fully grasp and understand what these guys were trying to do and just to appreciate the whole musicianship behind it. I think the Hollywood tracks, A-okay. In fact, Lost in Hollywood, fucking awesome live. Go watch the fucking live footage of that. That shit is sweet.
Anyway, till next time, check this shit out. We're two guys
this
in
is
Hookah.
Great Fanta, and we are two guys in Hookah.